from a purely romantic perspective, I don't think men really care all that much about a woman's income or her.
Men don't care.
I'd care more about her having interests, thing that she's passionate about. And if she's running a little business that's operating at a loss and that keeps her happy and interested, I'm happy with that. But having...
Yeah, most men don't mind what type of job. Oh, well, let me take that back. Men will care if a woman does OnlyFans or sex work or any kind of BS like that. So men, but they will care in the case of they don't want to deal with her. But any other normal jobs, most guys don't care. That's why the whole saying of a man will choose a woman who works at McDonald's over a woman who is a CEO of a big company. It's a saying for a reason, because men don't really care. They see beauty, she's kind, she's available, I'm down. You feel me? So I think the biggest issue guys have when it comes to career women is because even when a career woman makes all this money, she still expects the man to pay all the bills. So you're not home cooking me a meal. You're not home taking care of the kids. You're out there working 60, 80 hours just like me, but you expect me to pay all the bills, right? And I can't even ask you for a sandwich. So what's the point of you working if you're not even going to help me with the bills? And that's where I think that's the main issue most guys have.
A 9-to-5 job while you're trying to raise children, for me, it wouldn't be something that I'd like, because you'd want them to be focused on the children. And I think that a lot of guys have that preference, but they're sort of not allowed to say it these days, because then they get all the women who jump down their throat and say, oh, you want us to be, chained up to an oven. No, there are a lot of women out there who hear that and think, yes, I would love to do that. I would love to just be a mother, love to stay home. But then there's always this reaction when we say that, where people sort of, especially, no offense, but women who consider themselves feminists, they get like up in arms about it. And there's a lot of women who love that, who want that. So
thank you, Super Jim Photography, for the gift of 10 subs on Twitch. Thank you.
Like, when a woman is pregnant to the first year of the baby, still she feeds the baby. I got it, she can stay home and she needs the proper care, and kids need that to be mom to be around. But I think it should be on the man to equally taking care of the kids.
No, not during child rearing, not during the infancy of the child.
Yeah, because how is a man going to stay home, take care of the kids, and the woman is also staying home taking care of the kids? Who's going to pay the bills? The man has to go work the 80 hours since the woman isn't working anymore, because now he almost has to bring in income for the two people, assuming she was actually helping with the bills. Because if the woman was working prior to having the babies, but she wasn't helping with the bills, that means she was keeping her money to herself. So even if she stops working, it doesn't make a change, because he was the only one paying the bills. So if the woman is not working anymore, the man has to keep working. It's more of a delegation of roles, specialization. I think we studied that in school. It's like you pick and choose what you're good at, and then you guys find a way to work as a team. But she wants you to go work 80 hours. She stays home taking care of the baby. And after you do your 80 hours, come home and still help out with the baby. Right? It's like, how is that fair to a man? I'm not saying the man can't help at all. I'm just saying to put all this on him. Because if you told her, let's switch the roles. After you have the baby, give me the baby. I'll stay home, take care of the kids. You go work the 80 hours. She's not going to take the deal.
Why do you
Because
think
the
that?
child's attached to its mother. It's biology.
The
child needs its mother's teat.
I got it. For 1 year, a baby is feeding. Okay, the mom has to be close, but I think it's equal responsibility. It gets
Look,
you together.
Put it this way: do you see what's happening in the schools these days?
What's going on? I'm teaching.
Do you see the kinds of things that they're teaching in schools these days?
What they
or
are
in preschools? They've got all kinds of different nefarious flags hanging up around the preschools where they're indoctrinating little kids into different ideologies. Okay, so if you're somebody who has certain conservative values, like I do not want my kids being shipped off. I want them to have my values. So I want them to be at home with my wife, potentially even being homeschooled, depending on how bad this stuff gets.
You didn't get my point. I'm trying to say is you are reducing her working hours because you want her to focus on kids. But I think
I'm not reducing her. Listen, I'm not reducing her working hours. She won't want to work. Do you think that that's crazy that a woman wouldn't want to work?
And there's nannies too that can stay home.
I don't want a nanny raising my kid. Why would I want a nanny raising my kid?
I mean, I don't either.
I think there's a complete...
That's the thing. Why have babies then pay someone else to raise them. They're not going to nobody's ever going to take care of your kids the way you want them to be taken care of. They are going to forget something the mom wouldn't forget. Babies want to stay with their moms. Like if I was a father and I had kids and I have a woman like that, now she's a beautiful woman, so I can see why she has the feminist mindset, because maybe, it's the ego, whatever it is. If this was my wife and she's dying to go to work, I would tell her, you go work, pay all the bills, I'll stay here with my kids, I'll raise them. But I'm not letting my 2 weeks old, even 6 months old baby be raised by some stranger. Or drop off my six-month-year old baby to some strange daycare center to be raised by some strange people with weird behaviors, weird cultures, weird beliefs. You feel me?
Honesty to that. I think I used to, a few years ago, or the last maybe 2 years, I would have been this more, I still wouldn't call myself feminist, but I had a wall up against men, and I was a little angry about some things that I went through. And so I was like, I'm independent. I can be very independent. I have been for the last few years. I've been by myself, been doing my own thing, taking care of myself. And it was.
That's called being an adult. It's not being independent or anything like you're just being an adult. You're doing what an adult is supposed to do, especially if you're not living with your parents.
Until this year that that is flipping for me, and that I have realized that I have worn myself out. I don't want to be like this anymore. I mean, I want to be able to take care of myself, and I know I can take care of myself, but I do want that.
Well, I mean,
to be
once you
able to
get-
go into our feminine is to be able
once you
to
get a little
be
bit
taken
older,
care of.
towards the wall that they call it,
Mm-hmm.
that's when you start seeking masculine guidance more.
Yeah,
And
it
you'll-
is
you'll start
interesting that
seeking
it
now.
kind of is flipping, that it
Yeah.
used to be that way, and
But
then
the
we
reason
went
why
very
is
feminine forward, and it is kind of
the
going
reason why
back
it is that
into
way though is because like
care.
the indoctrination is so vast that it's like you're fighting me about saying that you're going to reduce your
I'm
wife's
not
working
fighting
hours.
with, I'm not fighting with you. Very first thing is like, I'm
Listen,
just putting my opinion. Like,
No, but
what
you're saying to me you're going to reduce her working hours.
no, that's
Yeah,
what
as
you
if
said.
like that's
You
a bad
want her
thing.
to, no, it's a very basic thing. Like I would say, kid needs like both mom and dad both. You want a mother to take care of the kids and focus on them, on the values. They should not feel alone. Everything, cultural value, whatever you want to put in the kid. But I think it's from the both side. It should be from the both side. Not only like from the mother. It should be
It's a
like from the
50-50.
father as well.
It's the
He
father's
both
job to
try.
provide for his family.
But yeah, she's
Yeah.
The
working
emotional
too.
support of the
That's
child and the
why-
love of the child needs to come from the mother.
That's what you think.
That's what.
That's just
you
what
think.
one
Yeah,
opinion.
Women can undo.
I guess
That's
I,
just
gue-
what you think. Like,
That's what you think, Jake.
I
Fighting.
guess
Maybe-
throughout history from time immemorial is all wrong, and it's actually the women who are the providers after all, and
Yeah.
men
We
are
are
the
not
nurturers.
saying that it's equal. Like you
How is it equal when you don't want to pay 50% of the bills? This is what gets me. They pick and choose when they want the equality from a man. So when it comes to cooking, they want you to be 50-50, right? When it comes to taking out the trash, they want it 100% of the man. When it comes to paying the mortgage and the rent, they want it to be 100% of the man. Now a man should provide. But when it comes to doing the dishes, oh no, let's go 50-50. Right? When it comes to changing diapers of a kid, let's go 50-50. When it comes to paying health insurance, oh no, a roomman provides. Now you pay 100% of the bills. When it comes to protecting the house and someone is breaking in, oh no, a roomman protects. You protect. When it comes to working on whichever side of the street, oh, a roomman walks next to the cars. Like they pick and choose what type of equality they want. And this is what I'm saying. That's why most guys have an issue. Until they can really say, okay, we're gonna go 50 right in the middle. Bring your money on the table. I bring my money on the table. We split. Is rent $1,000? Is rent $2,000? You pay $1,000. I pay my $1,000. Is insurance $800? You pay your $400. I pay my $400. Am I working 80 hours? You work 80 hours too. Are you cooking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I'll cook Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Are you if that's the equality they really want, then if are you protecting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? If somebody breaks them into the house on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it's your turn to protect as a wife. I'll just stay upstairs with the kids, and then on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's my turn to protect as a husband. If anybody breaks into the house on those days, I will go downstairs. You run off with the kids. If that's the equality they want, then let's go equal. But they pick and choose when they want equality. Anyway, man, shout out to Brian. Was hard to watch. But what do you guys think? Link down below.